Hello and welcome to A Cup of Conversation on BRT2 TV. This week we are recycling and we have the art of recycling. My guest is a very lovely lady, and for those out there who know Nur Coiffeur, then you'll know my guest is Nursel Öztekin. And today we'll be talking about her work as a hairdresser and working for Tulips, the Help Those with Cancer Association, and also, more importantly, about her forthcoming exhibition of her artwork where she's recycling. Very interesting, and let's say hello now. First of all, Nursel, welcome to the program. It's great to have you here in the studios of BRTK.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Now, I'm sure everyone knows Nur Coiffeur, Nur Hairdressers. You've been around for many, many years. Now, I think the first time we met was actually at your salon. I remember doing an interview when I used to go out and about interviewing people. I think we met, but it must have been over 10 years ago, probably.
Yeah, more than that.
More than that?
More than that, yeah. About 15 years ago, I think.
15 years ago?
13, 14, 15, something like that.
Must have been a long time, but it's great to see you here again in the studios of BRTK for a very, very important and very interesting exhibition that you've got coming up of your artwork. But before we talk about that, let's talk a bit about you. You are a Turkish Cypriot, but you lived in Australia for many years, is that right?
Yeah, I grew up there, and I came back when I was 19, and I've been here ever since, just 31 years.
So, but you were born in
Lefkoşa,
Lefkoşa, and then your family went to Australia when you were how old?
I was just turning 7, went to Australia, and did all my education there. When I finished, after high school, when I finished my hairdressing college, we all came back. Mum and Dad said, let's go back to Cyprus, so we came back.
Similar to my experience in the UK. Yeah. I was actually born there, but my parents went many years ago. They went in the 60s, and then when I finished my education, and they said, well, we're going, and I followed with them. I didn't have to, but I did. So you came back, well, at the age of 19,
That's right.
A young hairdresser graduate, hairdressing school in Australia.
Very enthusiastic, very hardworking. I was very excited to, you know, do hairs, and because I love my business. I love doing hairdressing. I love creating. I love doing makeup, all kinds, you know, good-looking makeup, bad-looking makeup. I just enjoy learning and, you know, going on and on and on with my work, which I did. But that wasn't satisfying enough because, to me, when you see sometimes, like in the papers or in the TV, you see someone who's like in their 80s or 90s, and they say, well, this person has been doing this kind of work for, you know, 60, 70 years. And I would think, oh my God, I don't want to be like that. Not that I'm putting him down, but in the sense of, I just don't want to be a hairdresser for the rest of my life. I love my work. I love my clientele. I love creating. It's a beautiful business, but it's not enough to satisfy me as I am in my characteristic way. Yeah. So I did a lot of things, like I would go to the orphanage when I had the free time. I would do some charity work, and that would make me happy, or do something for the community. In not saying that I'm an angel, or, you know, I'm a very good person. I'm just trying to be a good person, because I think we need to be trying to be good people to each other, to our community, to the animals, to everything, because that's what's keeping us here, really, isn't it?
It certainly is, and I agree with what you're saying. I mean, maybe you don't want to be labelled as, you know, Nur, the hairdresser for 50 years or whatever.
Exactly, no,
you want to be, you know, recognised as a person who's contributed to the community in a valuable way. And in fact, really, as your work as a hairdresser, you are contributing in a valuable way. Because, you've began a campaign last year, a bundle of hair, Bitu Tamsaç in Turkish, which I'm sure people will know, heard about. And in fact, you know, that's a really good campaign that you're working with the Help Those with Cancer Association, with Tulips, with Razia Koca İsmail. Yeah. And you actually provide real hair wigs to those patients who are undergoing chemotherapy and have lost their hair. And what you're doing with the, correct me if I'm wrong, and you can add on to this, is that you're collecting hair, real hair from people who donate their hair, and then you send this hair off, it becomes a wig, and then that wig is donated to a cancer sufferer while they're having treatment, and then coming back to you again when it's finished.
Exactly, yeah.
A great campaign that you...
That is a really good campaign, and I'm so glad that I started that campaign. And when my hair was long, we chopped it off, because it wasn't like cutting, we chopped it off. That was in a way of saying to people that, you know, hair, okay, it makes us feel good. As women, we like the long hair. We like to curl it and do this and put it up, whatever. It makes us feel more feminine, great, lovely. But it's not just the hair that's going to make us feel more feminine. But when you're getting cancer treatment, that hair is just that, you know, quote, beauty. So they need that. When I decided on that and we chopped our hair off and we started the campaign, it was to bring awareness to cancer patients, to cancer, and also to being more helpful to each other that we can, and we did. Now we have exactly 58 wigs we supply to cancer patients. They come in, they choose whatever wig they desire. Mm-hmm. We don't say you take this one. They just have a look and which one was closer to their own style before, or sometimes some people choose something that wasn't their style before.
Something different.
Something different. So like they were like blonde before, they wanted something dark, or black, they want, you know, it's a good thing because it makes a smile on their faces, and it makes me smile, makes me happy. And that campaign is, as I said, going very well. But now we need people to donate some money. So people out there who's watching, please, if you can, donate some money, because we have plenty of hairs, but we need some money to turn them into wigs.
Right, I want to pause you there for a second, because it's quite ironic that as a hairdresser, you know, learning your trade in Australia, could you ever imagine that you'd be doing a campaign like this in North Cyprus? Because what a difference that makes to, I mean, we have to admit that the Turkish Cypriot lady in particular loves their hair, and a hairdresser salon in North Cyprus always does quite well, because the women out there, before they go anywhere, they always have their hair done. If they're going even to a tea party, they're having their hair done. Before they go to the supermarket even, they have their hair done. You should know this better than me.
Yes, so true.
It's not vanity, it's just a way of the tradition here that people like to look after themselves, and the hair of a young woman or anyone is quite important to them. So when they lose this hair, for them to be able to get a wig and to, you know, have this opportunity, it's a great thing for them to boost their morale while they're having...
Of course.
Because half of the battle of cancer is actually keeping your morale high, isn't it, as well? To not feel that you're, you know, you've given up on life and, you know, depressed. You've got to keep your mood high. And then, you know...
That's with everything, really. It's with everything. We need that. We need to feel good and feel happy about things. And whatever makes us really happy. If it's not going to harm you or harm someone else, just go ahead and do it. Just be happy. But, you know, when they're getting treated, they need more. I'm seeing these women in the shop when they come to me, you know, getting their wigs washed and dried or shaped for them. And I see them, I can see the smile on their faces, and especially this one lady who is such a lovely lady. I can say her name, Fezile. My love out to her because she's such a lovely woman. She lost her hair and she came in and I gave her a wig, and I said to her, can we do a program with you like one day, because not many people can do that. You know, they can say that, you know, I'm using a wig now because I'm getting cancer treatment. And she said, yes, I would love to. She is so bubbly. She goes to the hospital with nail polishes, full makeup on her face, and sometimes she wears the wig, sometimes she doesn't wear the wig, and she gives other patients a smile on their faces. It gives them courage. And she is such a lovely, lovely lady. And I hope and I wish that many other people also think about themselves first. That I know it's a bad, very hard, very long treatment stage, but you've got to be happy. You've got to do something that's going to make you happy, because if you do that, you're going to be rid of everything. You're going to be okay. You're going to be healthy again. Mm-hmm. So high morale is a very, very important thing.
Unusually, you said you got enough hair, and I was wondering how many people were willing to have their hair cut to donate to this bundle of hair campaign, because sometimes, you know, I mean, you know, the girls here, they love their long hair, they can do whatever they want with it. I mean, I know that, you know, you have lovely hair now, and you actually cut yours, didn't you, as well?
My hair was beautiful when it was long, it was nice and curly, and I loved my hair very much.
So how
it doesn't matter
is it for people to do that, though?
Yeah, see, it's easy, really. In a way, it's really easy. It's just like saying, I am beautiful inside because I'm a human being. I'm alive, right? And I'm giving and I'm receiving. Okay, and that is the most important thing. Okay, if I want long hair, I'll go just get a wig and put on my head and have long hair. Okay, fine. Okay, hair is good, but in Cyprus, as you just said before, it's like going to the market. It's got to be done because people judge you. You know, they say, well, boy, your hair is not done. What's wrong with you? Yeah, as if when your hair is not done, there is something wrong with you. There There is nothing wrong with you when your hair is not done.
Exactly.
You know, we're just too judgmental here in this country. And I haven't gotten used to that, and I will never get used to that, because I think firstly a person should do something for themselves, then for somebody else. Actually, not for someone else. Do it for yourself, and if they like it, good. If they don't, well, it's their problem.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got the hair.
Yeah, we've got plenty of hair now to make about 6-7 weeks.
Right, so what you just said is that you'd like the finance to make these into wigs. So how can people donate money? Do they come to your salon?
They can call me. They can go to the Cancer Association, isn't it? Right? They can go there. They can tell them that they want to donate money for this campaign. They can go on Facebook and write a bundle of hair. They can like the page also, and invite other people to like the page, and they can communicate with me there. I've got my phone number, which I can give you.
We'll give out the contact details at the end of the interview.
Okay,
so get ready now. So if you want to find out more, just get pen and paper ready, because at the end of the interview with Nursel, we'll give out the contact details. So with that money, then hopefully we'll get a few more wigs done, and then more of a range for everyone, and all the cancer sufferers who would like wigs, can come along to Nur Coiffeur and get their wig. Now, the main reason why you're here today, Nursel, is we're going to leave the hairdressing behind a little bit and talk about art, because we have an exhibition coming up, and I want to thank you for the invitation. And let me just read out the invite. The Art of Recycling exhibition. You are cordially invited to the opening of Nursel Öztekin's The Art of Recycling exhibition, which will be inaugurated by the President of the TRNC, Dr. Devish Eroğlu, and this is on the 23rd of March, 6:30 p.m. opening cocktail, and this is at the Lefkoşa Atatürk Cultural Centre in the centre of town, and the exhibition will be open from that day onwards from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. until the 28th of March, and this is with the support of the TRNC Department of Culture. So a big thank you to everyone who's supporting you for this exhibition. And well
I've got two sponsors actually.
And who else?
And Canerler.
And
Caner
Canerler.
Şirketler Grubu.
The Canerler Limited Group.
That's right.
They are also sponsoring. A big thank you to them as well.
Yes.
So, from hair to recycling. Tell us about your exhibition, about your, well, let's talk about your art. What is your art all about? What is recycling of art?
Well, actually, it's not, the art of recycling. Well, I've been, looking up on Google in the last few years regarding this, trying to learn about, because, in every plastic bottles, we know there is numbers on the bottom, and they mean something. And I was curious to know what they really mean. And I started to get some knowledge and learn about it and get printouts. And I'm not so very good at the moment yet. I'm still learning though. But I thought about doing something in the sense of, firstly, I love artwork. I mean, I did necklaces and jewelry and all that stuff, and I had an exhibition, mini exhibition, about 18, 20 years ago. So I like artwork. I like to learn and create. And when someone tells me, don't do this or it's a bad idea, I go for it even more. So that's what I did. And I thought about people throwing away, just having a sip of a bottle and throwing the rest away. I thought about that because we consume a lot, but we don't produce much. Consumption is such a very big deal to us now, especially in North Cyprus, because I live here, so I can talk about North Cyprus, right? So consumption is such a great big deal, and it's like you have to consume. You have to just consume, and nothing else. But producing is very important. So I decided to do something which I can bring up awareness of recycling, to show people that this plastic bottle can be turned into artwork, can be made for things that you can use, give out as presents, and have some valuable time with your children or your family members or just by yourself, and also to learn about plastics and how many years it takes for such a bottle to decompose in the environment, how many animals a year, mammals and seabirds die because of these that are thrown into the seas and the oceans. So many things like that. So I just bundled them all up together. So what I did was my artwork, and alongside with a lot of educational stuff that will be exhibited also at the exhibition next week.
Right, so what you're telling me now then, the art of recycling is all about, getting stuff you know, things that people have thrown away, that we throw away in our daily lives, and turn it into art that we can display anywhere in our homes or offices or whatever. So all the, I mean, the four main things here are actually all bottles.
It's all plastic.
All
the whole
plastic.
Exhibition, over 170 items will be exhibited. They're all plastic.
So there you are, you got that bottle in your hands.
Yeah.
How did you get inspired to paint? I mean, obviously you've melted it as well or something.
Yeah, I've done so much. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about this. How this artwork came about. How were you inspired?
Well, my imagination is it's too much. I mean, I have a great imagination. I can just sit down right now and close my eyes, and you tell me a few things, and I can imagine, you know, a drawing in my mind about what could be done, or a shape, or a style, or something. Like this, to me, I forgot the English word for it, minaret. What was minaret?
The minaret of the
mosque. That like came to my mind. So when that came to my mind, I thought I'd like modernize it in a different way. So that symbolizes that for me. Like that came into my mind, so I did that. So painted some like flowery kind of things, and peaceful, the blue, the sky.
Yeah.
Okay. So that came to my mind. And this another lady that is always glittery, one of my lovely friends that I know, she's always glittery, always wearing glittery stuff, and a lot of makeup. And when she inspired me, when I looked at her or I spoke to her, something else came into my mind, so I created that. You know, it's just creations. That volcano, I was just sitting and just putting, you know, plastics into plastics and thinking, what can I do? And I just closed my eyes, and all I saw was like a volcano erupting. And then suddenly, as I said, my imagination is so high, I can't control that. That's me. A Spanish dancer, you know, with the flower in her hair, and the dancing, and the little bells in her hands, and just all just like bundled in. And so I created that, which to me, that's like volcano ready to erupt. Yeah. Okay, and also, you know, a skirt that's flying away. So it's like freedom, maybe. Everything has a story to it. Every item that I've done, there is a story to it, because it's because of my imagination or inspiration from something, someone, my own self around me. Just like my writing, my poetry book that I did last year, that was also surreal poetry. It's all inspirational stuff. I get affected by people. I get affected by their lives, the way that they look, what they think, and it brings things into my mind. So I just create, and I love it.
So you have this exhibition coming up where we have a variety of all these different things that you've been inspired by, and different, I'm sure, a great variety of colours, sizes, etc. And they'll all be at the exhibition at the Ashton Cultural Centre, but people can actually buy them, can't they?
Yes, they can, and also a percentage of them will be donated
to the association?
No, Yaşamevi Projesi, which I'm so sorry, but I forgot the English name for that. I should have gotten that. I do apologise for that.
Okay, then, so tell us a bit about the Yaşamevi then. Is this where who lives there, the Yaşamevi?
Well, actually, it's not done yet.
But it's not a project?
Yeah, it's a project, and Kanaler is my sponsors, and they're running that. They're behind that. Right. So I decided, you know, to do something different this time. And to, you know, help another group.
Another charity.
Another group, and meet other people, and these are all kids as well. So charity work is good.
So no two objects of art are the same, are they?
No.
Everyone's different. Everything's been inspired by different things. And,
exactly,
you know.
exactly.
So if you like anything, you go to the exhibition early, and I'm sure you can reserve. You can't take it away until the end of the exhibition.
Yeah.
But what's the response been like? I mean, these are very unusual, and I think people were saying, you know, wow, were these really, you know, plastic bottles, you know, because they've changed so much. But what was the response like from the people around you who were saying, you know, who were seeing you doing this and thinking, you know, what's Nursel doing? I mean, what was the reaction first when people saw this?
Well, the first reaction, actually, it was funny, because some people said to me, don't you have anything better to do? And I said, I don't have anything better to do. That's just a joke, obviously. But the thing is that, yes, I do, but because I like doing things that I want to do, and I want to do them. And I believe that in life, that we all have a mission in life, and that we should, you know, get inspired by other people and inspire others to move on in our lives, to create more, to feel that you're alive more, because we're here today and gone tomorrow. So you've got to leave behind something. And I just want to, I mean, since I was like 11 years old, I wanted to do that, you know, and I've been doing things that I wasn't allowed to. I wasn't allowed to work when I was going to school, but I still work secretly, part-time in McDonald's or Kentucky or whatever. And I did either folk dancing or karate lessons. I wasn't allowed to, because I wanted to do things. I wanted to learn, and I'm still doing it. I'm turning 51, I'm still learning. But it's so nice to learn and then to teach people. So I believe, as I said before, we have a mission in life, and if you think you don't have a mission, you're wrong. We all have a mission. But let our mission be giving something good to other people. That is the most important thing, and that is what I'm trying to do, actually.
Well, you're doing it very well, and I think that, you know, it's a fantastic thing that you are doing, because, you know, you're turning something very simple into something very meaningful. You know, the art of recycling. I mean, you know, okay, get a paintbrush, and, you know, even the kids can do this. Maybe you can teach the kids.
Yeah, there's so many kids stuff.
Get a bottle that you got of water that you got at school, and paint, and then they can make something their own thing. It can become personal to them. It's a very easy thing to teach others. Yeah. You've gone even, you know, deeper into your own mind, and
these are the basics.
But these are really good. But the message is very important. And as you said at the exhibition, because I think what you're really saying here is that we consume too much, we're not recycling, we're not protecting the environment. The message there is very, very important.
So many messages, yeah.
So many messages. Yeah. So you're also trying to, you know, teach. Tell us a bit about this, this poster here. Plastic milk and juice bottles, plastic lumber, decking, docks, etc., play sets, new bottles, plastic detergent bottles, buckets, containers, frisbees, stadium seats. What does this mean?
Right, okay, so what that is, as I said, at the exhibition, we'll be exhibiting my artwork, but we'll be exhibiting a lot of drawings, pictures, educational things about plastic. So that is like, in so many countries they do recycling. There's great big companies that take all these in and they reuse them. See, but we don't have that finance here. Yeah. No one has that finance and to do that, because it's a very expensive thing. So we're going to show people at the exhibition what it can be turned to, and what we can do with it, and how long it takes for it to decompose in the environment. It's going to be a lot of educational stuff. That picture right there, now that is a pelican. You think you just opened it up and stuffed it with dirty stuff in there, but no, it's not. That pelican, you know, just grabbed something, thought it was food, grabbed another thing, thought it was food, and then died. And then died,
and that's what came out?
Yeah, so there's over 100,000 mammals and seabirds a year dying or suffering from all this junk that we throw out in the seas.
Yeah, so terrible.
So as I keep saying, I mean, you don't feel their pain, but if I stick a needle in you, you hurt. If I shoot you, you die straight away. You don't feel pain. You die. It's sad. But if I cut you up, you're in pain until you die. So what these animals are doing is that, you know, having that feeling, they can't talk, they can't go to a doctor. You can't take them to a doctor. They're in the middle of the ocean, and they're getting pain, pain, pain, and then they're just dying away. Why do we have the right to do that? We shouldn't. So that's also another factor. There's so many things to this.
There is so many aspects to the exhibition that are very, very important that, you know, I think we can all learn a lesson from. You know, these are all things that are obvious, but I mean, even when you show that, we see the, you know, the plastic top, the lids of the bottles, I mean, that throw away. You know, again, the animals, the birds, they don't know what they are, thinks it's food, eats it, and then, as you say, a painful death. Long and very painful death. Do you think, I mean, okay, it's nice to do this and to bring awareness, but in other countries, when we recycle, I'm sure this was the same back in Australia when you were there. But, you know, we used to have recycling banks where you could recycle plastic or aluminium tins or, you know, paper, and it goes back into the environment, you know, you know, we recycle, and it's good for the environment because it goes into a safe place, and plus you're saving money because you're reusing things again. It's good for the economy as well. I mean, can't we start a campaign here, do you think? I mean, is that something that could be in the future? I mean, you know, you're very an aware woman, very sensitive to this issue. Surely we could maybe do something where we all learn about recycling. Don't throw the plastic bottles out of the car into the streets, into the fields. You know, let's have a plastic bottle bank and put it back. I know it's probably very, very expensive to recycle plastic for the companies to reuse them again, but maybe put them somewhere in one place, melt them down, get rid of them, instead of being, you know, a damage to the environment, to the animals and birds.
Actually, we talked about this with somebody a few months ago, and they did a project like this to see if they can do something about it and opening up a recycling place here in Cyprus. But actually they said it's a lot of money involved. So, you know, someone that has a lot of money can do it. And the finance, no one's really getting into it. But it is very important because about 1.5 years ago when I went to the UK, I was surprised because before that I went 10 years ago, and there was 3 rubbish bins. And my friend was like putting, you know, the glass in one, and the plastics in the other, and normal rubbish there. And then she screamed at one of the kids, and she said, "That's in the wrong bin. Don't do that." And that I like that, because that 12-year-old child said, "Sorry, Mum," and took it out and put it in the other bin. So you have to put them in different places. In Australia, it's the same. My auntie's there, and we talk about this all the time, and she shares information with me regarding all the new things that's happening there about recycling and about people's awareness of how to think about the future and protect things. So there also is the same thing, you know, the 3 bins, and one's got plastic, and they just get all picked up on different days, and they get recycled. So they save a lot of energy. The environment is cleaner, and they're saving a lot of money as well, because it takes about 15 bottles, I think, 15 plastic bottles to make a fleece jacket. So when you think about it, there's so many things that we can save, and we can turn it back into another chair, or I don't know, a table, or anything else. They can do that. Well, we can't do that here at the moment, because as I said, it needs a lot of money. It's not just like a few £1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah. And I hope they could, and I would love to do something about that, but I think it's going to be very difficult. But I will aim for it. I will try it next year, hopefully, if I don't get into something else.
I mean, again, you know, you're bringing awareness to people about a subject that we already know about, but don't think about every day. And I think your exhibition at the AKM, the Atatürk Cultural Centre in Lefkoşa, will probably, you know, attract a lot of people coming there and thinking about what we can do. We need to stop and really think about the future, because we live on a small island. It's a touristic island. People come from all around the world. We need to leave a clean environment for us and for the tourists who come here. One of the big problems is that people do say, oh, you know, it's a bit dirty. You know, we need clean streets. We need clean beaches. We need clean forests where we have our picnics. Don't leave your picnic rubbish behind. Take it all home, you know, the plastic bags and whatever. And so, you know, you're bringing this to our attention in a beautiful way here. The exhibition is open for a few days, just 5 days really, 5-6 days until 28th of March. Now the opening day is 23rd of March, 6:30 p.m. On that day, obviously you'll be there with your guests and our president, David Sheroldo. The rest of the week after the opening, will you be around to chat with people at all?
Yes, I'll be there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Actually, regarding the exhibition, I had a few mails from these lovely English ladies living in Kyrenia, and they asked me if I was going to do an exhibition in Kyrenia or anywhere else. And I said, well, I don't know about that yet, but if I do get an invite from somewhere, I would love to, because it's very hard to do something like this. But if I do get an invite, so anyone else out there who wants to bring this out to another community, if they can call me, yes, we can think about it and educate and also show about the artwork.
Or for instance, maybe you could go around to some schools and speak to the kids at schools.
Actually, that's happening, yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, that's happening, because I have a few schools that have invited me after the exhibition to go and talk about recycling and bring some of the artwork. And as I said, we have a lot of educational posters and pamphlets out there to show them. And they'll be visiting the exhibition as well.
I'm sure many schools should, organise classes to come along and see the exhibition while it's open.
Yeah, because we have a lot of things for kids, for adults, for ladies, for gents, for all kinds of people. We have different kind of artwork. It's not just like one thing. So we've even built a chair. I have built a chair, a couch.
Really?
Yeah, we have 2 couches for the exhibition. One
and
is for a child.
And they're on sale as well?
Yeah. It's all plastic bottles.
Yeah.
And the large couch will up about 95 kilos. Will hold on to 95 kilos. You can sit on it. You can put a little, cushion on it and sit on it. So you can do that with your kids. You can do that with your family instead of throwing them away. Since we don't have a recycling company or a factory, something here in Cyprus, there are different things you can do about it, right? Bring them all in, collect them in a box, collect them in a rubbish bag or something, and then start to bring them together and make something of it. Have a laugh about it. Yeah. Get off the internet, get off the TV and get off those phones and have some real live enjoyment, sharing time with your family, your kids.
Is it easy to produce something like this? You've got your skill as an artist and you have your imagination, and 1 minute you close your eyes and think of something and then you will be inspired. Is it easy to produce artwork like this from recycled bottles? Or, it just amazes me that, from this to an armchair even, what else is on display?
Well, I have a great big bridal gown.
A bridal gown?
I've made a bridal gown just out of plastic water bottles.
No.
And I've used over 700 bottles to make the bridal gown. And also half of that was used to make flowers, roses, and coloured to bring out the bridal gown. And I made the top, I've made the veil, the tiara, everything was done with plastic bottles. So amazing. That is amazing. And I'll put light inside, hundreds of lights inside. It'll be lighting up the salon hopefully next week.
Fantastic. So that's probably one of the best pieces of the night. Maybe
well,
one of the
that
highlights.
Was the first that I started, but it took me about 6 months to finish that. And the other funny one that, it's not really funny, it's great because it's like a symbolic bicycle. I've made a bicycle, and can you make a round wheel with plastic bottles? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Is it possible? If you really don't believe it, well, come to the exhibition and see it yourself. Yes, so it's a great big bicycle. And it's beautiful, and I love it.
What do you feel sad about parting with some of these, or hopefully all of the artwork will go, so that you can raise, awareness and funds for your the Ashamevi project. Aren't you sad? Because artists normally say that each one is like my baby, and it's very difficult to, you either do it or you don't do it. You either have an exhibition and get rid of them all and start again, or you don't exhibit at all and keep it all for yourself. Do you feel attached at all to these things now?
Yeah, I have over 170 items there, but about 100 of them, I really like. Oh, I love this one, and then oh, I love this one too. This is lovely, but no, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't worry me because sharing is very important, and for someone to buy something that you've done, you've worked on, you've created, and you put your hours into it, and someone saying, oh, that is lovely, I would like that in my house, on my table, on my dresser, or whatever, or in my cupboard, and that feeling is something different. I can create again, no problem. Just give me something to imagine about and I can create it, no problem whatsoever.
So no worries about parting with all these lovely, wonderful pieces of art. Although we mentioned the bottles, but right at the very front, we have something very different there.
Yeah.
It's a dove, isn't it? The bird.
A pigeon.
A pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a pigeon. And actually, I recognise our first president, the late, great Ralph Denktash, and a very young son of his, Serdar Denktash.
That's right.
Now, can you tell us a bit about this is actually, is it a candle holder, or how would you describe that piece of art?
Well, I just thought about that as a, on a bookshelf or, a centerpiece, just as an item, just
an item
for
of
show.
Art.
Yeah, an item of art.
And so what inspired you to make, did you think about Denktash?
Well, I loved him. He was also one of my inspirational people that's in my life because, he never gave up on what he believed. The particular way doesn't bother me. I mean, as a human being, as in his character, he showed me that when you believe in something, you just go for it. You don't stop. So I loved him dearly and I respected him dearly. So I did a few portraits of him. Mm-hmm. And when I was doing that, I just came to my mind because I thought, yeah, well, his son is doing it now behind him, and I respect him also. I know him very well, and he's also hardworking. And I thought, yeah, well, they're in the same path. Yeah. And, a pigeon symbolizes peace, tranquility, freedom, mm-hmm. and just came to my mind, things like that. So when I did the portraits first. I didn't do the pigeon, I just did the portraits first. And then the pigeon came to my mind, and I shaped out the pigeon, I cut it out, and I swing the little wings. So it was like, the pigeons, how like a bird is, the wings is covering us and protecting us. Mm-hmm. In a way, like protection and feeling of peace. I don't know, it just came to my mind, so I did that. Put them together there as symbolizing of peace and serenity.
I think it's amazing. I think the way that you've been inspired, and I think it says a lot as well. I mean, like you say, the pigeon,
it's a dream.
Looking after us, and I think we all felt that our founding president Ralph Dash looked after the interests of the people of Cyprus. So again, may he rest in peace. Looking down at us from above, as a bird, a symbol of peace, and the way that under the wings, I think that symbolises the Cyprus island as a whole as well.
Yeah, in a way, actually,
his role in Cyprus.
Yeah, in a way, it does,
didn't he?
And I adored him because he was also a very down-to-earth person, mm-hmm. and he was always in and about everywhere. So I like that. And as I said, inspiration.
Anything could be inspiring to you. I'm sure that you've met many people over the years who have inspired you, or many events have happened in your life that have inspired you. And again, I think that it's amazing that you've done this and that you've taken the courage and the time and the effort to open the exhibition, because it's not easy to open any exhibition. For an artist to collect all their work and say, right, now I'm ready. You've obviously found this time is the right time to exhibit.
Persistence. I was really... really wanted to do it. And I believe that when you really want to do something, you can do it. It's very hard. You have a lot of tackles, but you can. But, firstly, again, I would love to thank my sponsors, because it's because of them that I'm able to do it now. Mm-hmm. But I really want to do it. And as I said, I'm an Aryan. Aryans really have to go ahead and do what they got to do. Aryans are stubborn in their ways, and I'm one stubborn Aryan. And I believe we got to do it. And it is so fun. It is so fun. And you can lock me up in a room with a few life stories, and I can create. That's how I am, and it makes me happy.
For instance, I mean, I'm putting you on the spot now as a challenge. Let's say somebody said to you, Nursel, go away, think about me as a person. Let's say something that you knew well, mm-hmm. a friend of yours or a relative. Mm-hmm. Go away and make something that reminds you of me, or mm-hmm. that represents me. Would you be up for the challenge then? If somebody said to you, Nursel, what do I mean to you?
Yeah.
Make me, make what you think I am to you. Could
I'd
you
love that. Yeah, I would love that. Oh yeah, I would love that. I love challenges. Actually, I'm not going to give out a name, but the last few days I was, I was supposed to stop doing anything else because the exhibition's in 4 days' time, and I said no, I can't stop because I'm not going to give out the name now. At the exhibition, you'll see. Yeah. There was a lady that I wanted to do something for, and I started doing it, and then suddenly, 4-leaf clover came to my mind. 4-leaf clovers are very hard to find. Yeah. Means like good luck when you find them. Yeah. So I just thought about that woman, very strong woman, very hardworking woman, and a woman with a golden heart, and she's been helping a lot of people. So I thought, yeah, let's do a 4-leaf clover and put her right in the center of it. because she has been like a four-leaf clover to so many people. So you don't understand what I mean? It's like putting a story together and looking at that person in that four-leaf clover has been the good luck by meeting her, or, you know, by having a chance to get help from her. So that was like just boom, boom, boom, it just builds up, and that's it. That's exactly what you're talking about. And I'm off for the challenge anytime.
I know that you are, you know, as you said just now, taking a break while you're preparing for the exhibition.
Yeah.
Then obviously it'll all be over and done with. Will you continue doing more artwork? Because as you said, let's say for instance somebody who in Guinea wants you to open an exhibition in Guinea, but let's say all your artwork's gone now, hopefully it will all go in this exhibition. Will you then start all over again and then make a new exhibition for somewhere else? Or
why not? I'd love it. I'd love that.
Will you continue with this art?
I don't know. I suppose I would, because as I said, I love doing artwork, great, lovely, but I also do my jewelry lines as well. I do a lot of things. I get into something for a while and then I let go, but not fully let go. You know, I want to, you know, get into something else.
Maybe you'll move on.
Yeah.
As you say, you're always learning and you like to teach as well.
Exactly.
So maybe
so there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee whatsoever.
Yeah.
I would love to do it. If like people want more and more of this, yeah, why not? And I was thinking about this actually, because I have a few people asking me, can you do something for me? And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, great, let's do that. So if there's anything at the exhibition that you like, but you're thinking of another color or something different, or as you said, something that symbolizes them in a way, yes, we'll be taking in our orders and doing it.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to know all that. And well, as we said before, we would like for people to contact you, especially about the Bundle of Hair campaign, where they could maybe donate some money so that the hair that you've got at the moment can be sent off to be made into wigs. Because it's very, very important that, you know, the cancer patients who, you know, are a little bit down after losing their hair due to chemotherapy, this is one way of bringing their morale up, which is very, very important to keep morale high. So it's a small little gesture, maybe 10, 20 TL.
Exactly.
It's a small gesture from you, but it means a lot to the person who will receive the wig at the end. Yeah,
but because it's kind of cancer, any kind of cancer, men or women, it doesn't matter. We don't know what's going to happen to us tomorrow or tonight or the next day. So when we just say cancer patients, it could be us as well. So let's, you know, hold hand in hand and do some more, because my limit was like 20, then I went to 40. And as I said, 100. I want to make it 100 wigs, because I went there the other day and there was about 30 wigs, or 20 or 30 wigs left there. So that means half of it were out being used.
Yeah.
So we need more.
You need more.
We need more.
We can find you on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Also, the Bundle of Hair campaign is on Facebook as well.
Exactly.
Where are you? Where can we find you easiest during the day? I mean, are you?
My mobile phone. The easiest way you can find me is my mobile phone. Also at Facebook, you can write a bundle of hair for the hair campaign, or anything for the recycling, the art of recycling, or just write down my name, Nursel Öztekin. You can add me on, or my mobile number, which we can give out now if you like.
Please give out your number.
Okay,
for us.
0542 851 0693.
One more time for those who couldn't get it first time.
Okay, 0542 851 0693.
Right, and also, I mean, if they want this campaign, the Bundle of Hair campaign, they can go to any branch of the Tulips shops or the Help Those with Cancer Association locations and say, we're donating this money specifically for the Bundle of Hair campaign.
And they will call me up and they will bring the money over to me, because I organise that. And then I put them all together and send them off to Turkey, and the hairs come back as wigs. So please, you know, help out.
Fantastic. And if you want to meet Nursel in person, she'll be at the exhibition at the Atatürk Cultural Centre, which, if you don't know where it is, it's very, very easy to find. It's in the centre of town in Lefkoşa, not too far from Guinea Kapısı or Cravenia Gate. And the schools are around there, Parliament's around there. You can find it easy. Just ask for the Atatürk Cultural Centre and everyone will direct you. And the exhibition, is open from 10 in the morning until 6 p.m. every day between 23rd and 28th of March, although the opening on the 23rd is at 6:30 p.m. with a cocktail opening and with the presence of the President of the TRNC, Dr. Davis Eroldu, and I'm sure that you can see, if you can't go to the opening, Nursel will be there most of the time at the AKM, and you can chat with her and see what she has to offer art-wise, and you have a lot of things to say, Nursel. I just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you so much
for coming to our programme just right before the exhibition. I know you're very busy.
Yeah.
You've given us a taster of what to expect. I hope that you have a great opening and a fantastic exhibition. If I get the chance to come down, I know that maybe a colleague or two at BRT will come and film you. I might join them and come and see
Please
you
do, yeah.
At the exhibition. I might even come away with a piece just to support you as well. And
thank you.
You know, they're fantastic. But thank you very much for all that you've done. And good luck with the work. And maybe we'll come back again in the future to talk about more of what you're doing for the environment and for the art and for the love of the TRNC.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the invite.
You're more than welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
And with that, we have come to the end of our interview with the lovely Nursel Öztekin, and thanks for watching our programme. Go to the exhibition, you will not be disappointed. Until we meet again next week for another cup of conversation, take care. Bye-bye.